Hey everyone, welcome to Watch the Stories. Here we bring you the most emotional, dramatic, and unforgettable tales from every corner of life. So sit back, relax, and get ready to feel every emotion. Because this is where stories come alive. The key burns in my palm like stolen evidence. I found it 3 days after they buried Marcus, tucked inside a hollowed-out copy of The Great Gatsby, our wedding gift from his best man. A brass key on a leather cord. One word stamped into the metal: Farmhouse, my husband of 7 years. Dead at 34. Heart attack while jogging, they said. Clean, sudden, mercifully quick. Except Marcus never jogged. I stand in our kitchen now, staring at the address I pulled from his hidden email account. An email account I didn't know existed. Moorland Road, 3 hours north. A place he mentioned exactly once in our entire marriage, when I suggested a weekend getaway 2 years ago. Not there, he'd said, voice tight as wire. Anywhere but there, I'd asked why. He'd kissed my forehead and changed the subject, the way he always did when conversations veered too close to his childhood, his family, the decade before we met. Marcus was a master of redirection. I used to think it was trauma. Now I think it was practice. The funeral was small. His colleague from the consulting firm gave a forgettable eulogy. No family attended because, according to Marcus, there was no family left. Parents dead. No siblings. Just him alone in the world until he found me. Another lie, apparently, because somebody's been cashing the checks. $2,000. Every month. For 6 years. Made out to E. Keller and mailed to Moorland Road. I pack a bag. I don't tell anyone where I'm going. What would I say? My dead husband had a secret bank account and a key to a place he forbade me from visiting. So I'm driving into the absolute middle of nowhere to confront whatever destroyed our marriage from the inside out. The drive stretches long and gray. October fields blur past, stripped bare after harvest. My mind races through possibilities, each one worse than the last. Gambling debts, blackmail, a child, another woman. Another woman. The thought sits in my chest like swallowed glass. I loved him. God, I loved him so completely I forgot to keep pieces of myself separate. I let him become my whole world. And now that world is collapsing into questions and locked doors and a key that might destroy everything I thought was real. The farmhouse appears suddenly, tucked back from the road behind a row of dying oak trees. White clapboard, peeling paint, sagging porch. A tire swing hangs motionless from a thick branch. Smoke curls from the chimney. Someone lives here. My hands shake as I cut the engine. For a long moment, I just sit there, key clenched in my fist, heart hammering against my ribs. Every instinct screams at me to leave. To drive away and let the dead keep their secrets, but I'm already destroyed. I might as well know why. I'm halfway up the porch steps when the door opens. A woman stands in the threshold. Mid-30s, dark hair pulled into a messy bun, paint-stained jeans, exhaustion etched into every line of her face. She looks at me the way you'd look at a ghost. "Sarah," she whispers. My name. She knows my name. "Who are you?" The words come out broken. Before she can answer, a small voice calls from inside. "Mommy, who is it?" A child appears at her hip. Maybe 4 years old. Curly dark hair. Marcus's exact nose. Marcus's smile. The world tilts. "Please," the woman says, and her voice cracks with something that sounds like relief, or grief, or both. "Please come inside. There's so much he should have told you." I follow her through the door because what else can I do? The house smells like cinnamon and old wood. Children's drawings cover the refrigerator. A man's jacket hangs by the door, worn leather, too big for her. Marcus's jacket. I bought it for his birthday 3 years ago. "My name is Emma," she says quietly, turning to face me in the small kitchen. "Emma Keller. And I'm so sorry you're finding out like this." The child, a little girl, watches me with curious eyes. "How old is she?" I hear myself ask. "Sarah, she's not..." Emma stops, closes her eyes. "Marcus wasn't her father. He was my brother." The words don't make sense. Marcus was an only child. "No." Emma's hands twist together. "Marcus was whoever he needed to be to stay alive. But before that, before he became the man you married, he was Michael Keller, and he was my brother. And 20 years ago, we watched our father murder our mother in this house. I should leave. I should run. Instead, I sit. Emma makes tea I don't drink while the little girl, Clara, she says, plays with wooden blocks in the next room. Through the doorway, I watch her build towers just to knock them down. Delighted by destruction, she has Marcus's hands, Michael's hands, whoever the hell he was. Start from the beginning, I say. Emma sits across from me, gripping her mug like it's the only thing keeping her tethered to earth. Our father was a dealer. Meth, mostly. Ran a small operation out of a garage in Belmont. Our mother tried to get us out a dozen times, but he always found us. Always dragged us back. Her voice is flat, practiced, like she's told this story before. Maybe to therapists or lawyers or police. But her hands shake. Michael was 17. I was 12. Mom told us she had a plan, a real one this time. She'd been skimming money for months, had fake IDs made, a car waiting 2 towns over. We were leaving that night. She stops. Swallows. Continues. Dad found out. I don't know how. Someone talked, or he went through her things, or he just knew the way predators always know when prey is about to bolt. He came home early from a run. Michael and I were hiding in the crawl space. Mom told us to stay there no matter what we heard. Clara laughs in the other room, and the sound feels obscene against Emma's words. We heard everything. Every scream, every gunshot. When the house went quiet, Michael climbed out. I begged him not to, but he went anyway. Found Mom on the kitchen floor, Dad washing blood off his hands at the sink. My tea has gone cold. I can't move. Michael grabbed Dad's gun from the counter. They fought. The gun went off. Emma's eyes meet mine. Michael killed him. Self-defense. But we were kids with a dead mother and a dead drug dealer father in a house full of evidence. Michael said we'd both end up in the system, probably separated. He said he'd take care of it. Take care of it how? He cleaned the scene, made it look like Dad killed Mom, then himself. Textbook murder-suicide. We called 911, told them we'd been at a friend's house, came home to find them. The police believed us because why wouldn't they? We were traumatized kids. She stands abruptly, paces to the window. But Michael couldn't let it go. The guilt ate him alive. He started digging into Dad's business, trying to figure out who he'd been working with, who might come looking for money or revenge. That's when he found them. Found who? The Kinsella brothers. Irish mob out of Boston. Dad owed them $80,000, and they don't forgive debt. My stomach drops. Marcus, Michael, he paid them off. That's what the money was for? At first, yes. Every penny he earned went to keeping them off our backs. He worked 3 jobs, put me through community college, paid down the debt bit by bit. But then Tommy Kinsella decided he liked having Michael under his thumb. Started using him for things, deliveries, pickups, nothing violent at first, but you know how these things go. I don't actually. I don't know anything anymore. Michael got smart. Taught himself accounting, computers. Started skimming fractions from Kinsella's books. So small they wouldn't notice, but enough to add up. Took him 4 years to save 50 grand. He gave it to me, told me to disappear. New name, new life, don't contact him, don't look back. But you did. I got pregnant. The father was nobody. One night stand, gone before I knew. I was alone and terrified, and I called Michael even though I'd promised I wouldn't. He came. Helped me get this place, set up the accounts, the monthly checks. Said he was going to disappear too. Reinvent himself somewhere far away from Boston and the Kinsellas. She turns back to me. He became Marcus Reid. Invented a whole new history degree from a state school that doesn't verify old records. References from a consulting firm that folded years ago. He built a perfect lie and met you and thought he could finally be safe. So what happened? My voice sounds hollow. Why is he dead? Emma's face crumples. Because 2 months ago, Tommy Kinsella got out of prison, and the first thing he did was start looking for the man who stole from him. The enormity of it crushes me. 7 years. 7 years of marriage built on smoke and mirrors. Every kiss a lie. Every promise hollow. Every whispered I love you spoken by a ghost. Did he ever love me? I ask and hate how small my voice sounds. Emma crosses the room, sits beside me. Too close. I should move away, but I can't. He talked about you constantly, she says. Every phone call, every letter. Sarah made me laugh today. Sarah wants to adopt a dog. Sarah thinks I should see a therapist about my nightmares. She smiles sadly. You were the first real thing he'd had in 20 years. He loved you so much it terrified him. Not enough to tell me the truth. He was trying to protect you. The Kinsellas, they don't just kill you. They kill everyone you love, everyone who might miss you. Michael knew if they found him, they'd use you to break him. So he kept you separate. Kept you safe. Safe. The word tastes like poison. I'm a widow at 32 because my husband was too busy protecting me to let me choose my own life. Clara wanders in, dragging a stuffed rabbit. She climbs into Emma's lap without hesitation, all trust and innocence. Emma holds her automatically, muscle memory. "Mommy, I'm hungry." "In a minute, Bug. Your mommy's talking to a friend." Clara looks at me with Marcus's eyes. "Are you Aunt Sarah?" The question splits me open. He told her about me? Emma nods. "He wanted to bring you here. Introduce you properly. He said once Tommy's trial was over, once enough time had passed, he'd tell you everything. He was waiting for Safe. Safe never came. No. Tommy got out early. Good behavior." Emma's laugh is bitter. "Michael found out 3 weeks before he died. Called me, said he was going to handle it. Said he'd make a deal, pay whatever it took, but Tommy wasn't interested in money anymore. He wanted blood." My chest tightens. "The heart attack wasn't a heart attack," Emma's voice drops. "Tommy found him jogging in that park you love. Made it look natural. Probably injected him with something or suffocated him, then positioned the body. Clean. Professional. The kind of hit that doesn't raise questions." The room spins. "How do you know this?" She reaches into her pocket, pulls out her phone, shows me a text message. Unknown number. Timestamp, the day Marcus died, debt paid. "You're next if you talk." I should go to the police, I say, but even as the words leave my mouth, I know how absurd they sound. And tell them what? "Your husband was actually a man in witness protection from a criminal organization. Except he wasn't in official witness protection. He just disappeared, and you have no proof of any of this except the ravings of his sister, who also doesn't officially exist." She's right. God help me, she's right. Clara slips off Emma's lap, toddles over to me, touches my face with sticky fingers. "You're pretty," she announces, "like the princess in my book." Something breaks in my chest. I pull her into my arms before I can think, hold her close, breathe in the smell of crayons and syrup and innocence. This child who exists because Marcus saved Emma. This child who would never have been born if my husband, if Michael, hadn't chosen mercy over safety all those years ago. I need to see where it happened. I say. Emma stiffens. "Sarah, the park. I need to see it." "Why?" "Because I need to know if this is real." I set Clara down gently. I need to know if I should be mourning Marcus Reid or Michael Keller or just the idea of a man who never existed at all. Emma studies me for a long moment. Then she nods. "Okay. But if we're doing this, I'm coming with you. And Sarah?" Her hand catches my wrist. "Whatever you find there, whatever you decide, I need you to know Michael died trying to come home to you. Every day, every choice, every lie, it was all so he could keep you." "Maybe I didn't want to be kept," I whisper. "No," she agrees. "You wanted to be trusted. The park looks different now. Poisoned." We stand at the edge of the jogging trail. Clara at Emma's grandmother's house 3 towns over. Just the 2 of us staring at the exact spot where Marcus collapsed. There's a small memorial, flowers, a teddy bear, a laminated photo someone from his office left. His smile looks fake in the picture. I never noticed before. He used to run this loop every Saturday, I say. Rain or shine. Said it cleared his head. He was checking the perimeter, Emma corrects quietly, looking for threats. He probably spotted Tommy following him weeks before it happened, tried to lead him away from you. A jogger passes us, earbuds in, oblivious. The world keeps spinning like nobody died here, like 20 years of lies and fear and murder didn't culminate in this ordinary patch of October grass. "Tell me about Michael," I say. "The real him, before the reinvention." Emma's quiet for a long time. "He was kind, too kind for what our life required. Used to bring home stray cats, hide them in his room until Dad found them. Never learned to stop trying to save things." She kicks at the dirt. "He was funny too. Stupid jokes, terrible impressions. Mom used to say he could charm a brick wall into smiling. Marcus did that. The charm. The terrible jokes. He hated tomatoes," Emma continues. Refused to eat them. Threw up once at a school cafeteria because they put them on his burger without asking. He told me he was allergic, I whisper. He wasn't. He just couldn't stand the texture. She looks at me. He lied about small things so the big lies would fit better. Made himself someone you could believe in. I want to hate him. My voice cracks. I want to hate him so badly it would be easier than this. I know. He stole my choices. Stole my right to know what I was signing up for. What if I would have stayed anyway? What if I would have fought beside him? He couldn't risk it, Emma says. Sarah, you have to understand. Michael watched our mother die trying to save us. He spent 20 years making sure no one else he loved ended up bleeding on a kitchen floor. Keeping you in the dark wasn't about trust. It was about not being able to survive losing you the way he lost her. So he made me lose him instead. Yes, the admission hangs between us. A car pulls into the parking lot. Black sedan, tinted windows. My pulse spikes. Emma, I see it. The car idles. Doesn't park. Just sits there, engine running, watching us. Is it them? I breathe. I don't know. What do we do? Emma's hand finds mine, squeezes. We walk. Slowly. Don't run. Don't look back. We start moving. The car follows at a crawl. 30 feet. 20. 10. The passenger window rolls down. I'm about to scream when a teenager leans out. Yo, is this where that dude died? My friend said it was haunted. Emma exhales. Wrong park, kid. The car drives off, music thumping. My legs give out. I sink onto a bench, head between my knees, trying not to vomit. I can't do this, I gasp. I can't live like this, jumping at shadows, wondering if every stranger is an assassin. This was his life, Emma, this fear, this constant terror, for 20 years. Yes. How did he stand it? She sits beside me. Because he had you to come home to. Because for a few hours every day he got to pretend he was just Marcus. Boring consultant Marcus who argued about dishwasher loading techniques and fell asleep during period dramas. That man was real, Sarah. The parts of him you loved, those were real. I look at her. Really look. She has his eyes. His stubborn chin. The same way of holding pain like it's a shield. What do we do now? I ask. We survive. Like Michael taught us. She stands, offers me her hand. We keep Clara safe. We keep each other safe. We live the life he died protecting. And Tommy Kinsella? Emma's expression hardens. Tommy Kinsella already got what he wanted. Michael's dead. I'm not. Which means he either thinks I'm not worth the risk or he's waiting to see what I do next. What are you going to do next? She pulls me to my feet. I'm going to accept that my brother's widow just showed up on my doorstep and might be the only person in the world who understands what I've lost. And I'm going to hope that's enough. 3 months later, I sell the house. It goes for more than expected. I split the proceeds with Emma, half to her, half into a college fund for Clara. Marcus would have liked that. Michael would have liked that. I'm learning to hold both of them in my head at once. The farmhouse becomes home in a way I didn't expect. Emma and I move through our days like soldiers who survived the same war, speaking in shorthand, understanding without words. I teach Clara to read. Emma teaches me to shoot just in case. We plant a garden where nothing grows. We burn Marcus's fake documents in the fireplace and scatter the ashes in the field. Some nights I dream about him. He's always walking away, looking over his shoulder, mouthing words I can't hear. I wake up angry, grieving, relieved, destroyed. Emma says it gets easier. I don't believe her yet. We find a letter tucked inside the lining of his jacket 2 weeks after I move in. The handwriting is Marcus's, but it's addressed to Michael. If you're reading this, I'm gone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of it. The lies, the fear, the wasted years. I'm sorry I couldn't give either of you the truth. Emma, you deserved better than a brother who disappeared. Thank you for trusting me anyway. Clara is lucky. You're stronger than I ever was. Sarah, you deserved better than a husband who was already a ghost. Everything else was fake, but you were real. The way you laughed. The way you saw good in me when there wasn't any left. That was real. I love you both. I'm sorry I couldn't stay and we don't cry. We've done enough crying. Instead, we frame Clara's kindergarten drawing, the one where she drew my family with 3 stick figures, labeled Mommy, Aunt Sarah, and Uncle Mike. We hang it in the hallway next to the photo of Marcus and me on our wedding day. Let the past and present exist together. Let the lie and the truth blur. On the anniversary of his death, we drive back to the park. Lay flowers. Stand in silence. Emma speaks first. Do you think he knew? At the end? Knew what? That it was worth it. The sacrifice. I think about Marcus's smile in the morning light. The way he held me like I was the only solid thing in his liquid world. The 20 years of fear he carried so I wouldn't have to. I think he knew he loved us, I say. That's all he needed to know. A black sedan pulls into the lot. Different car. Different day. Different fear. Emma and I don't run. We stand our ground, hands linked, watching until it parks and a family gets out. 2 kids with a soccer ball, parents arguing about sunscreen. Normal, harmless. We're going to be okay. Emma says. Not a question. A promise, we're going to be okay, I agree. And maybe it's a lie. Maybe Tommy Kinsella will come for us tomorrow, or next year, or never. Maybe we'll spend the rest of our lives looking over our shoulders. Maybe the truth will destroy us the way it destroyed Michael. But today, Clara is safe. Emma is safe. I'm safe today, we survive, and some days that's enough.